Have you ever looked out at a tiny balcony, a small patio, or even just a sunny windowsill, and felt a quiet yearning for something more green, something alive, something that connects you to the earth? Perhaps you dream of plucking fresh herbs for your evening meal, or watching vibrant flowers open their petals. But you believe you simply don't have the space for a garden. If that quiet whisper of a dream resonates with you, then please, settle in. Today I want to share a gentle secret. You don't need acres of land, or even a traditional garden bed, to cultivate profound beauty and delicious bounty. All you truly need is a container, a seed, and a little bit of patience. Stick with me, and I'll guide you through making that green dream a gentle reality, even in the smallest of spaces. And I'll even share a wonderful, budget-friendly tip towards the end that might just surprise you. Hello, my dear friend. Welcome back to Slow Garden Life, or if this is your very first time joining us, a very warm welcome to you. Here, we embrace the quiet rhythm of nature, finding peace and purpose in gentle gardening and the simple joys of slow living, always with an eye towards being kind to our wallets and our planet. If that sounds like a comforting place to be, I invite you to join our growing family by gently clicking that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future peaceful journeys together. Today, we're diving into the wonderfully accessible world of container gardening, a perfect starting point for beginners and a delightful solution for anyone with limited space. It's a journey of discovery that promises beauty, flavor, and a deep connection to the natural world, right at your fingertips. Before we dig into the practicalities, let's just take a moment to appreciate why container gardening is such a beautiful path, especially for those of us with smaller spaces or who are just beginning our gardening adventure. Imagine the freedom of being able to move your plants to catch the perfect sun or to shelter them from an unexpected chill. This flexibility is truly a gift. It means you can transform a drab corner into a vibrant sanctuary, a sunny spot on your porch into a miniature edible forest, or even a kitchen windowsill into a fragrant herb haven. For beginners, it's less intimidating than preparing a whole garden bed. You learn with one pot at a time, watching closely, understanding the needs of a single plant before expanding. And, of course, it's wonderfully budget-friendly. You don't need to invest in large tools or extensive soil amendments. A few pots, some soil, and your chosen plants are all you need to begin this gentle journey. Now, let's talk about the vessels that will hold your green dreams. Choosing the right container is truly the first step, and it's an opportunity to be both practical and creative. You don't need to spend a fortune here. Look around your home or visit your local thrift store with new eyes. First, let's consider material. Traditional terracotta pots are beautiful and allow the soil to breathe, which is wonderful for root health, but they can also dry out quickly, meaning you'll need to water more often. Plastic pots, on the other hand, retain moisture longer and are very lightweight, making them easy to move. They're often more affordable too. Fabric grow bags are another excellent option. They offer fantastic drainage and aeration, are lightweight, and fold up for easy storage when not in use. They're also incredibly budget-friendly and kind to plant roots. But don't limit yourself to traditional pots. I've seen beautiful gardens grown in old wooden crates, recycled 5-gallon buckets, with proper drainage holes, of course, even sturdy laundry baskets lined with fabric. The key is imagination and a willingness to repurpose. The most crucial element, no matter the material, is drainage. Every single container must have holes in the bottom. Without them, water collects, roots suffocate, and your plant will sadly perish. If a container doesn't have holes, it's a simple matter to drill a few with the right tools. A few small holes are far better than none at all. Finally, think about size. A tiny herb might be happy in a 6-inch pot, but a tomato plant will need something much larger, perhaps a 5-gallon container, or even bigger. The general rule of thumb is, the bigger the plant, the bigger the pot. This gives the roots ample space to grow and allows for more soil, which holds more moisture and nutrients, providing a more stable environment for your plant. We'll delve into what to plant in specific sizes in a moment, but keep this in mind as you gaze at your potential new garden home. Just as a good home needs a solid foundation, your plants need the right soil to truly thrive. This is one area where a little knowledge goes a long way. When it comes to container gardening, please resist the urge to simply scoop up soil from your garden bed. Garden soil is often too heavy and compacts easily in a pot, which can suffocate roots and hinder drainage. What you need is a good quality potting mix. Potting mix is specially formulated to be light, airy, and to provide excellent drainage while still retaining enough moisture and nutrients for your plants. It's designed to not compact over time, ensuring a happy home for roots. You can find bags of potting mix at any garden center, and while it might seem like an initial expense, it truly makes all the difference. For those of us on a budget, you can also create your own simple, effective potting mix. A common recipe involves mixing equal parts compost, coco coir or peat moss for moisture retention, and perlite or vermiculite for aeration and drainage. This homemade blend is often richer, cheaper in the long run, and incredibly beneficial for your plants. A good, rich compost will also provide a gentle, slow release of nutrients, which is exactly what our plants need to flourish without being overwhelmed. Remember, we're aiming for a gentle, balanced environment. Now for the exciting part, deciding what beautiful things to bring into your life. The world of container-friendly plants is surprisingly vast. The key is to choose plants that either naturally stay compact or varieties specifically bred for container growing. Herbs are absolutely wonderful for containers. Imagine stepping out onto your balcony and snipping fresh basil for dinner, or plucking fragrant mint for a soothing tea. Basil, mint, parsley, cilantro, rosemary, thyme, chives. They all thrive beautifully in pots and bring so much flavor and aroma into your home. Leafy greens are another excellent choice. Lettuce, spinach, kale, and Swiss chard can be grown in relatively shallow, wide containers, and you can often harvest their outer leaves, allowing the plant to continue producing for weeks. This cut-and-come-again method is incredibly rewarding. For vegetables, think compact varieties. Bush beans, peas, radishes, carrots. Choose shorter, stubby varieties like Danvers half-long, and even small pepper plants or dwarf tomato varieties like Tiny Tim or Dusty Patio are fantastic. Cucumbers can be grown if given a trellis to climb. Strawberries are also a delightful container plant, especially in hanging baskets or tiered planters. Don't forget flowers. Marigolds, petunias, nasturtiums, impatiens, and pansies add bursts of color and cheer. Many also attract beneficial pollinators to your space, which is a lovely bonus. When choosing, always consider the sunlight your space receives. Most herbs and vegetables need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. If your spot is shadier, focus on leafy greens or flowers, like impatiens that tolerate less sun. Observing your space for a day or two will tell you everything you need to know about its light patterns. Once your plants are nestled in their new homes, the most consistent care you'll provide will be watering. In containers, plants dry out much faster than in garden beds because they have a limited soil volume. There's no strict schedule for watering. It depends on the weather, the type of plant, and the size of the pot. The best way to know when to water is to simply feel the soil. Gently stick your finger about an inch or two into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it still feels moist, wait a day and check again. When you do water, water thoroughly until you see water draining from the bottom of the pot. This ensures the entire root ball gets a good drink. Avoid shallow watering, which can encourage shallow roots. And try to water in the morning or early evening to minimize evaporation. As for feeding, since the nutrients in potting mix are finite, your plants will eventually need a gentle boost. For organic and budget-friendly feeding, a diluted liquid fertilizer, like compost tea or worm casting tea, is wonderful. You can also mix in some slow-release organic granules, or simply top dress with a fresh layer of compost every few weeks. Remember, less is often more. Over-fertilizing can harm your plants, so always err on the side of caution. We're aiming for gentle encouragement, not force-feeding. I hope these tips are helping you feel a little more confident about starting your own container garden. If you're finding this gentle guidance useful, perhaps you might consider giving this video a warm thumbs up. It truly helps our little channel grow and reach more fellow slow gardeners. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What are you most excited to grow in your containers? Sharing our dreams and experiences makes this journey even more special. Even in the most peaceful gardens, sometimes little challenges arise. Pests and diseases are a natural part of gardening, but in containers they can often be managed quite simply. The best defense is often a good offense. Healthy plants are more resilient. Regularly observing your plants is key. Spend a few moments each day, or every other day, truly looking at your plants. Check under the leaves, look at the stems. If you spot a few aphids, for example, often a gentle spray of water from a hose can dislodge them. For more persistent issues, a simple solution of a few drops of mild dish soap mixed with water in a spray bottle can work wonders. Neem oil is another organic option. The key is to act early, before a small problem becomes a big one. Also, ensure good air circulation around your pots. This helps prevent fungal issues. Harvesting is one of the most rewarding parts of container gardening. For leafy greens and herbs, often the more you pick, the more they produce. Regular harvesting encourages new growth. For fruiting plants, like tomatoes or peppers, pick them when they're ripe to encourage the plant to set more fruit. Over time, your plants may outgrow their containers, or the soil might become depleted. This is when repotting comes in. Gently remove the plant, loosen any circling roots, and move it to a slightly larger container with fresh potting mix. This gives your plant a new lease on life. Before we wrap up, I promised you a wonderful, budget-friendly tip, and here it is. When setting up your containers, especially larger ones, don't feel you need to fill the entire pot with expensive potting mix. To save on soil and improve drainage, you can fill the bottom quarter or third of your larger pots with repurposed materials. Think about things like empty plastic water bottles, with their caps on so they don't collapse, aluminum cans, old plastic containers, or even chunks of broken terracotta or crockery. Just make sure whatever you use won't compact down too much, and will still allow water to drain through. This creates a lighter pot, saves money on potting mix, and gives you a wonderful way to recycle. It's a win-win for your wallet and your plants. And there we have it, my dear friend. A gentle journey into the beautiful world of container gardening for small spaces. I truly hope this has brought a sense of possibility and excitement to your heart. Remember, gardening is not about perfection. It's about connection, observation, and the quiet joy of nurturing life. Every small sprout, every tiny bloom, every fresh leaf harvested is a testament to your patience and care. You don't need a grand landscape to feel the profound peace and satisfaction that gardening offers. A single pot on a windowsill can hold just as much wonder. As you embark on, or continue, your container gardening adventure, I encourage you to embrace the slowness, observe the subtle changes, and celebrate every small victory. If you enjoyed our time together today and found inspiration in these words, I would be so grateful if you would consider subscribing to Slow Garden Life so we can continue to share these peaceful moments. Thank you for spending this time with me. May your days be filled with quiet growth and abundant joy, no matter how small your garden space may be. Until next time, take good care and happy growing.